Here we have a racing system with a 109% return on investment and a 33% strike rate. Hi, this is Darren Power, publisher of On Course Profits Magazine. You can get a free subscription to On Course Profits Magazine by visiting oncourseprofits.com/free. So this is our second video looking in more detail at the runners of Sir Mark Prescott. If you want to see part one of this video, then there should be a link at the top right of the video now that you can click, and you can go and watch that one first. So we've looked at handicap versus non-handicap races in the last video, and this time we're going to look at race distances. So the Mark Prescott horses racing over the minimum trip of 5 furlongs are 6 from 14 for a profit of £12 at Industry SP, and those racing over 6 furlongs are an equally impressive with a record of 8 from 21 for a profit of £11.66 at Industry SP. So Mark Prescott has had one runner over 6.5 furlongs, and that one won 2. And if we combine all those sprint runners, he has chalked up a record of 15 from 36 for a 42% strike rate for an Industry SP profit of £29.16. If you had backed these at early prices, then that profit would have been much higher. And interestingly, when we look at the 7 furlong runners, we see his performance continues in the same vein. These runners have a record of 17 from 69, a 25% strike rate, and have returned a profit of £9.98 at Industry SP. He has also had 2 winners over the 7.5 furlong trip from 11 that competed, and these resulted in break even at Industry SP and a profit at Betfair SP. When we combine all of the Sir Mark Prescott runners racing over 5 furlongs to 7.5 in 2-year-old and 3-year-old turf handicaps, we end up with the following impressive results. So that's an impressive 29% strike rate for winners and 54% for win and place. The profit at Industry SP and Betfair SP is very similar, although you must bear in mind these results go back to 2003, when Betfair was in its infancy, and the results for Betfair SP do not go back that far. In fact, using Horse Race Base, we only get Betfair SP data from 2008 onwards, so that's £39.57 is based on the 19 winners since 2008 and not the overall 34 winners since 2003. When we separate the results out into 2-year-old handicaps and 3-year-old handicaps, we find that all of the profit has come from the nursery races, the 2-year-old handicaps. These runners have a record of 23 wins from 69 runs, which is a 33% strike rate, and return a profit of £46.98 at Industry SP and £47.22 at Betfair SP since 2008. Given that most nurseries are run at a distance of less than 1 mile, these results make perfect sense. Next, we can turn our attention to the 3-year-old handicap races. Here we tend to find the opposite of what we saw with the 2-year-old runners. Those racing over 1 mile 6 furlongs or further have a record of 38 from 113 runs, a 34% strike rate, and show a profit of £35.46 at Industry SP and since 2003, and £50.45 at Betfair SP since 2008. Those running over 1 mile and 1.5 miles have the poorest record, 10 from 54, and show a loss of £24.91 at Industry SP. The distance between 1 mile, 1 furlong and 1 mile 5.5 combine to more or less break even. In terms of profit then, it is the staying handicap races restricted to 3-year-olds that are the ones to sit up and take notice of. Interestingly, the runners over 1 mile 3.5 have an excellent record of 17 wins from 36 for a 44% strike rate and a profit of £23.18 at Industry SP. That race distance is very specific and is indicative of the course more than anything. Looking at those 17 winners, 9 have come from Yarmouth from just 19 runners, 5 have come at Bath from just 15, and 2 at Lingfield from 6 runners, and 1 from Carlisle from the sole runner Sir Mark Prescott sent up there to race over this trip. This presentation is shared just a part of our look into Sir Mark Prescott. You can get access to the full portfolio with all the angles for free when you subscribe to On Course Profits Magazine at oncourseprofits.com/free.